Now, this may be my last interview with him. Cause I'm gonna tell him this to his face. You messy. You gotta be like Antoine Daniels and the other people who, you got a problem with Charleston, let's not do that here. That's why your number's going down. Every come back to Danza, block you. Come back to Danza, man, block. Get your out of here. That's a weaker channel. That number down in the mother. Go back to Danza, some more hoe. Cause you want me to see a hoe and go back to him? I'm bigger than everybody. Why don't you with Cam Capone? He too little. He too little. I'm a big dog. No, a small ass motherfucking channel like that. He can't afford me. How can I sue their ass? You can't, nigga. Cause you're asking to. If you really wanted to sue, you would have already tried. You wouldn't be asking how to. You would know how to.
Charleston White, definitely extra cocky, man. You know, people get out of control when they get some money, man. You can tell when somebody that ain't never had no money gets some.
I don't help people scam. I help people win legitimate. And if you don't help, I don't think you can win legitimate. Ask, how can I win? You can't. Vlad TV, Vlad too small. Vlad numbers ain't big enough for me. Yeah, I got me hanging around. Man, she'll be here tomorrow. Saycheese TV. It's a bullshit. It started to be a bullshit channel anyway. Yeah, it started to be a real bullshit channel. Cause I be looking at the title and I be saying, man, either they stupid over there, why everything Charleston White goes off? Oh, they turn to yellow. Duh. The title. The return, the turnaround. Duh, the title. So I noticed people who put positive titles, Tasha K, it's the Charleston White goes off, puts it down there. Charleston White breaks down. Man, you and Woody start y'all own channel. Block. Woody ain't that big to start no channel. That's why he ain't doing nothing. Get your mama out of here. Breakfast Club. Block. I want to be on a Breakfast Club. Adam 22. Hey, block. You sit down, no punk ass white boy with a bunch of gangbangers around it. I'm with Aiden Ross and make more than him with Aiden Ross. But you know, I'm starting to say, homie, it just starting to become a pattern, homie. Have me fly in and just the number woo 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 woo. And treat me like I ain't your best. Okay. You see how them dancers looking over there without me? And without me, Saycheese TV numbers don't look so good. And I've been holding it back. But you ain't finna keep treating me like this. You ain't finna keep treating me like this. Yo, I'm waiting on your camera girl. You might need some new camera people.
Now, I am going to say this, right? I can tell you right now why he's like this. Because Saycheese been interviewing Oschino. And Oschino been going off and he's been talking about Charleston White. And Charleston White don't like it. Giving him a platform to talk about him on the platform that he always goes on. And, you know, now he feel like he bigger than the platform. And honestly, you know, somebody that built their own stage, yeah, you might have been on there and did some numbers. He gonna be all right without Charleston White. Trust that. You know, he's consistent. He do what he do. So this is what happens with individuals like Charleston White. They think that they bigger than everybody and that things won't continue without them. The job was the job before you. People have to understand that the job doesn't need you. They can make somebody else. They can put somebody else in that position. Big-headed. Never had no money. Now he got some money and he thinks that the internet needs him. No. If you disappear today or tomorrow, the internet is still going to be the internet. You got to tighten up, dude.
Or you might not just need to stop interviewing Charleston White, because don't look like you appreciate Charleston White and what he do for your channel. Charleston White appreciates you. When you call, he stop what he doing and jump. You hard to get in contact with now. And I think you setting up a beef for me and Philly, for somebody to die. I really think that. You got a history of it. You got a history of it, Sean. Mo 3, you ain't learned from Mo 3, Trap Boy Freddy, and Yellow Bees. You ain't learned. That's why your channel not growing. You're stagnant, your numbers. You was trying to do something extra. Now you just throwing out anything. Anything. Your audio up. Your audio up at Barstool Sports. Get the out of here. B-Talk Sports. Get out of here. Your audio up. You ain't got no new mic. You just stagnant. That ain't how businesses grow. I'm growing. I'm actually growing past your TV just used me for views. 8 in a row, brand partnership, build up together. Sean just make $100,000, but could make 3 times more in different entities, but he can't get off YouTube. He's still using negative titles. He's still using clickbait titles. Funny look, man, listen. I've been on big platforms in Saycheese TV. The numbers Saycheese TV get in a month, because those platforms are big and they know what they're doing with professional people, those numbers he get in a month, they get in a week. But he's stuck back then. But he my little homie. He ain't my little homie. He's my partner. My partner and my business associate. Cause we ain't business partner. We business associate. He paid me, I provide a service. But if he was sharp, man.
Hey, listen, you know, I don't like that though. You hear me? How he wants to, you know, talk like the man need him like that, and then you talking down on the man platform. You know, yeah, I know me, I'm the type, I'm gonna be tell you, go ahead, well, all right, we can part ways. I'm gonna still do what I do. Like, don't ever think that because you come on the platform and do an interview for me and it gets some numbers that the money that we make is gonna make me. And I don't like that. I don't care. Take your money somewhere else. Go somewhere else with it. I don't care. I'm gonna still eat. Don't ever think that you got any leverage because you feel like you're making more money, you know, for the platform than other guests. I'm gonna eat regardless. You know what I mean? That shit is corny, but it just lets you see that Charleston White never had money. He's never had money. He's never been able to do things in his life. And now that he got it, you know, he just keeps the same BS going. You know, you want to beef with all the people that you've been cool with. Nigga, I don't want to be cool with nobody like that.
Much as I be around the country, and people ask him about me, he's supposed to be streaming with me like Alien. Do you know what that would have done for the streaming world? I would just sit back and wait for him. I wouldn't go, cause you know, like, man, they got to figure it out. And when you say something, we're gonna start, man, let me back up. Everybody who I done talked to, it's been a whole year now. We're gonna start streaming. Ain't one of them streamed yet. They still over there with Charleston White content. Say, homie, you doing 1 million views right here on YouTube. Why don't you build and ass cap it and put it in the podcast world? Why we so here, homie? Why we ain't over here with Act Man? Joe Rogan, man. We doing the numbers for the young. Come on, man. So I'm not growing everybody. So this may be my last Saycheese TV interview. This may be Charleston White's farewell because I'm looking at it and saying, man, you're outgrowing it. And then when you go sit down with them, look how they clueless to what you're talking about. And everything is no substance. He ain't displaying you in the best light. They don't promote your comedy show. What's your next? None of that. It's all about pitting you against whatever celebrity's coming up. For the viewership. They're not even focusing on the engagements. They're not even focused on the engagements. Well, what's the engagement? Man, come on. So I'm outgrowing who I started with and who put me on. They still doing the same thing. I'm just busting it down, man. Man, mama say when your season change, your tune change. When you know better, you do better. I've been doing this shit long enough to know now. Saycheese TV, Dallas over, all those YouTube influencers is the thing of the past. Streamers are it now. YouTubers are the thing of the past. Even social media influencers. Because you just have a social media page. What are you influencing? Now, Charleston White is a social media influencer. Vlad TV, just a YouTuber. Saycheese TV, just a YouTuber. Why you don't think you don't see Breakfast Club, $1 Million Worth of Game, Joe Rogan, all these people on YouTube? They're not YouTube. They're journalists and podcasters and media platforms. Those are YouTube platforms. They don't have media credentials. See what I'm saying? The YouTube platform. So once you start understanding things, you don't come back to high school, nigga, you in college. I keep saying, hey, y'all, this is what I'm learning. I'm breaking it down what I'm learning. And I see y'all really ain't listening. Need this my buddy and his team. He could quadruple the content that he has. He don't have to replay it. Just submit it into the airways, buddy. And let people who don't have time to come to YouTube catch it on Spotify, Pandora, and the airways. Come on, guys. That's what Act doing. Same with the jewelers. Tagging your jeweler. I'm telling my jeweler, I'm walking around with your jewelry on. I'm tagging Katie Custom Jewelry. Don't nobody know, you know what I mean? Everybody know. Everybody know you in your city. Everybody know you in your city. But you got wearing your jewelry around the world. Why wouldn't you do what Johnny Dang do? Johnny Dang faces every goddamn where he is wearing jewelry. He's branding his likeness and his image. You lazy. Tag you for what? Don't nobody know you. Y'all don't get nothing away. Johnny is capping, marketing is everywhere, Johnny Dang. Everywhere they know Johnny Dang's face. Name another jeweler face y'all know. Because they're not branding themselves with their likeness and image. That ain't supposed to go off their name. Your name means nothing 2 states over. That's why Johnny beating y'all with it. Because every time they look up, Johnny in the mix. We don't know what Icebox look like. You know what Johnny Dang look like. Johnny Dang is branded with the culture by faith. Icebox, it's a bunch of iceboxes. It's one of the Grapevine Mall. They just make jewelry. It ain't a brand we know. Branding and marketing, my guys. I'm sorry you're stuck on social media comments. And I speak a different language and understand a different reality than you. So this is the one. It's the company that I partner with. A brand is gonna brand me with their brand. A brand affiliate. Like Nike Air Jordan. That's what this is. This is like Nike Air Jordan. So Oh. Boom. Show y'all this cake. Now this cake here, made out of leather. And this is gonna say Billionaire Water with Charleston White's logo on it. Then boom. And we're gonna be putting this because I like to go to the strip club. Since I like to go to the strip club, it's gonna come with a unique bag, velvet. So this is just, I go to the strip club. This is for the players and the gentlemen. Distinguished water. So you're gonna see my face and my name branded with this brand. So do you see what I mean, Doug? So as big as these platforms is, why aren't they seeking this? They're satisfied with being where they are.
Talk to me. Okay. Charleston White then got above himself. You know, getting a little money and got above himself. And he wants to have conflict with everybody. The people that helped you get to where you at. Because Saycheese is a platform that helped him get there. Anton Daniels, platform that helped him get there. You know, and he's done fell out with these people. You know, him and Anton made up, but you know, he done fell out with these people. And you know, he can't do what they doing. You know, he's the type of individual, yeah, you can go in there and be a character, but you don't know how to run your own show. It's like you know all this information, but you just a guest. Why can't you go build the platform? You can't do that. You don't know how to do that. You know how to be a guest. So you saying that the streaming is going on, why aren't you, you know, having it set up where your platform is getting to 1 million subscribers? You know how to go on different platforms and, you know, lie about some things and cause a scene for people to view, but you don't know how to run the business. You know, so his time, you know, is going to come where he bump his head. Yeah, because he just getting above himself. And it always happen like that. You know, when people get so cocky, like they're untouchable, it's always that moment that something happens to you, you know, because you feeling like you can do whatever. Nobody can stop you. Yes, things can happen. The direction of your life can instantly change quick, overnight, in seconds. And, you know, from how he talking, like, it can never change. Yeah. And it's a sad sight, you know, going down. Because everybody going to definitely kick you. So he better make sure he maintain, you know, from the way he's acting. Because any chance people get, they going to kick him. Without a care in the world. Ain't going to be no, oh, that's sad. Ain't nobody going to care. You did it to yourself. You know. Being so cocky to everybody. You know. Being so cocky to everybody. Let me see. Hold up. Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to all y'all that rock with SBGBTV. You know we appreciate y'all, man. Facts. Ksoo dad says why he testified on his son. Like, let's see what he says. I want to hear this. What is the excuse? You know, because you taught your son all of this negative behavior, you know, because he talked about his past. So your son learned this from you. You didn't teach your son to go in a different direction, to stay away from the streets. You encouraged him. And then testified against him. Let's check this out. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button.
When did you decide you were going to testify?
In 2022.
Was it a hard decision?
It was the hardest decision of my life, but I sat for those years thinking that, let them wrap this situation around their head. Let them see and they gonna step up. They gonna get pops out of this. Reason being I'm thinking like this is because I know me as a father to them. So I'm thinking like, okay, they gonna get me out of this. Let me give them a little time. I wait 2 years, and I tell my lawyer, I say, look, get with. See, I'm using Ksoo, you know, but I call him Keeman. I say, get with Keeman lawyer, get with Crazy K lawyer, get with them. Let's all sit down and see which way we gonna fight this thing. How we gonna fight this thing? They let their lawyers tell them, no, they don't think this is a good idea. Okay, if y'all thought I was on some bullshit or something, then hear me out like you've been hearing me out. I'm the one who been getting y'all out of trouble all this time now. So hear me out. Don't say nothing. Don't criminate yourself. Just let me do all the talking. Because they know I got a plan. Okay, Ksoo, you want to go to trial? This is what we gonna do. This one I'm gonna tell my plan. This how I'm gonna tell my plan. This the plan. I had 2 plans. Butter a serial killer. That motherfucker got some bodies. Hey man, we're gonna take and we're gonna let all these motherfucking victim families know that they are sweeping this shit under the rug because Butter is a state witness in this Ksoo case. So now all these families gonna go in an uproar. News, this, that, because of Butter. This gonna make him a bad witness. Second plan is this. If they talk to me, now these the plans. The second plan, if we don't wanna go with that plan, let's do with this. I'm gonna get about at least 4 of these old ladies. I'm talking about over 50. In my grandma's neighborhood, they gonna come in here and they gonna testify that Ksoo was on their street eating breakfast that morning when this situation happened. We're gonna do like the state said. We're gonna let the jury figure it out. We're gonna let them see if they're gonna believe these old church-going ladies or they gonna believe Butter. See, I think the days of just sitting there with the burden of proof is on the state I think that's gone. Sad, but it's gone because you don't have to say nothing as a defendant. But I think if you have a defense, it's gonna look better in front of the jury. Does that make sense?
See, he thinks that, you know, he too slick for his damn self. And you end up testifying on your son. You got all these ideas and plans not to say nothing, but bring these people to come and testify. But you too slick for your own damn self that you had to testify on your son to get yourself out of it. If you know you didn't do nothing, you should have just went to trial like you supposed to. But you was weak and you testified on your own son.
Makes sense to you.
When you were testifying and you looked at Ksoo, did he look like he wanted to kill you?
He looked like he didn't believe it. I don't think it registered on him until after the fight. I don't think he want to kill me. I don't think he want to do nothing to me. It's just more so that he hurt, because I have a conversation that always play in my mind that me and him had. I know he loved me, and he told me, he was like, man, I used to wait every year for you to come home. I used to wait every year. Every year they tell me you coming home. And it was just to a point to where I just gave up. And he said, you popped up and you came home and you got me. Like that. You know what I'm saying? And that conversation, it just always play over and over in my head, because I had to have a hand in him getting a life sentence.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to also look, that's the tail side of the coin. The head side of the coin is I got 2 1-year-old boys.
Man, listen, man. Don't nobody want to hear that, man. Straight up. Don't nobody want to hear that, man. Listen, you knew what was going on, man. That right there, that gets me with people. When a situation gets serious, now you want to talk about you got 2 1-year-old boys. You knew you had 2 1-year-old boys from the door. Whatever your son was in, the lifestyle that you encouraged, you knew you had 2 1-year-old boys then, man. Boy, I tell you, these type of individuals are the worst kind. Now, the son said that he waited for his dad to come home. He was praying that his dad come home. He gave up. His dad came home, encouraged the lifestyle, and then made sure you got a life sentence. That's wicked. That's wicked right there.
I got a daughter too, little daughter. But the reason why, the boys is because these are the problems you have with boys. Girls are gonna have the little girl problems, and nowadays they have girl problems. They don't have goddamn, and
out here smiling.
I had to think about them. And I had to think, man, that I got to save who I can save. If I can, I got to at least try.
Man, all you thought about was saving yourself, nigga.
Because Ksoo is already who he gonna be. And I would think because one of those little boys, Ksoo was stupid close with. And I would think that he would think about them too. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me think about my little brother, man. My little brother needed dad, and all his other brothers going to jail. He need his dad out there.
Selfish.
Because those little boys gonna outgrow them mama's beatings. That ain't gonna be nothing to them.
Selfish.
Do you feel like without you testifying, Ksoo still would have went to jail for life?
Of course.
So you don't feel like you were the nail in the coffin?
No.
So that makes you feel better? Kind of.
I don't feel better in no kind of way with this situation. In no kind of way. Ain't nothing to make me feel better. I don't think that I was the nail in the coffin to say, because his live video and the video of the killing put him on the scene. His hair in the car, his fingerprints on the gun put him in the car. Now you got to go from here. These are all the things that I looked at before I made the decision that I made. If you in that car at the wreck, you was in that car at the murder. Because the murder started, then the car wrecked, then the neighborhood. Prosecutors gonna put all this puzzle together and present it to the jury. You got a dude that's admitting to 2 murders, testifying, but a star witness, saying he was there. That's gonna weigh a lot with that jury. Now do I think what I did helped? Yes. But see, that go to show that his lawyers failed him, because his lawyer knew that the main thing for me was to identify him on that video.
How about you failed him? How is his lawyers failing him and you don't feel like you failed him as a dad? Yeah, that's wild.
And his lawyer kept pushing this other dude. He kept showing this other dude. I don't know what happened. They had a sidebar. The prosecutor was finna play the tape, the recording. They had a sidebar. The judge wouldn't let them play the tape. I said, thank God. I said, oh, thank God, boy, this ain't finna happen. Ksoo lawyer kept pushing this other guy, this other dude. He was showing me another guy, Crazy Chris. He was showing me Crazy Chris. You know, this Crazy Chris. They was trying to make like Crazy Chris was the one who, they was trying to deceive the jury that Crazy Chris the one who did it, because Crazy Chris was supposed to have been sitting on Bibby early that morning, but missed him. I'm not Bibby, excuse me. He was supposed to have been sitting on Lil Buck early that morning and missed it.
Yeah.
So Ksoo lawyer kept pushing this. This motherfucking prosecutor got up with that video. And when the prosecutor was finna play the video, the judge said, hey, hold it. Prosecutor said, I'm not finna talk about the defendant. He said, I'm not finna say nothing about the defendant. He played the video. And he said, nah, you made them play the video. Leave this shit alone. Get me from up here. I'm talking about Ksoo and them lawyers. Get me from up here so I won't have to do this here. That was the last part of the testimony that I had when, boom, they played the video. And he says, that Chris? What I supposed to say? And who is that? If this man don't constantly shove this in front of the jury, showing them that this is somebody else, he gives the prosecutor no avenue to play this motherfucking video while I'm up there. Me, I think his lawyers just didn't do him a good justice. I think that he should have had the lady lawyer as his lead lawyer. That motherfucker, that was bulldog. She broke me down in the deposition. Like, she broke me, she made me tap out. And I think that she should have been that lead in that case. Because you gotta think, when you put a woman in, that's a male dominant thing. So once you put the woman's in there, they gon' then she gonna become from a mama point of view too.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
Hey, listen. That's dirty. That's dirty, man. And the way he talking, you can see the selfishness. You know, he talking about the 1-year-old. Nah, you ain't concerned about no damn 1-year-olds. You was concerned about your freedom. Yeah, you already been in jail plenty of time. You wasn't concerned about nothing but your freedom and your freedom only. Dirty individual. Dirty, man. That's a dirty dude. Straight up. Wow. Yeah. You know, but, you know, he got away and out of that situation. Those individuals, they always do something else because they got away. He didn't get held accountable. So he gonna do something else. They always do. Every single time. It's like they get that temporary relief and then they go do something dumb and put themselves in another situation. I could see that coming.